All right, great Wednesday morning, everyone. I hope you're doing well. Cesar Mascoro Jr. with Manufactured Home Sales Mastery and with our 15 minutes of mastery that we do each and every day to get your day started off on the right foot with some information, inspiration, and motivation so that you can attack today and make it your best day yet. Once again, welcome. Episode number 384 of our 15 minutes to mastery, coming to you live from the home office where we have been this week. Had to change some stuff up as far as where we were going to be this week, just due to some issues we had going on here locally at this 10-2. So just getting it all done. Listen, the last 2 days were fantastic. We had our 2025 Path to Mastery event that we put on yesterday and the day before, and we had some great people that attended. We had some great speakers, and all of that to say that change happens. Change only happens when you decide to grow, right? And that's why that's the topic of today. Growth requires change. And Confucius say, only the wisest and stupidest of men never change. Only the wisest and stupidest of men never change. And the reason why I wanted to talk about that is because the day before I spoke to you about how to have a cultural revolution, you need to have a learning revolution. And you know that here at Manufactured Home Sales Mastery, our whole concept, everything that we're after is revolutionizing the sales culture within the industry. And we're doing that. We're getting that accomplished. We're doing it one day at a time. And with every client that we speak to, every team that we work with, the people that join us for events like we did the last couple of days at the Path to Mastery, all of those folks, it's making that shift. We're meeting new people along the way within the industry that are also working with us to make that shift. And so I wanted to come and speak about something because here's the thing. Think about this. If Blockbuster had only paid attention to the changes going on around them, they'd still be around. If BlackBerry, as popular as that phone was, not for me, I didn't quite care for it, but as popular as it was, if it paid attention to the touch screen that was coming up back in the day, they would still be around. Kodak, if they'd have paid attention to the digital photography, they'd still be a player in the game. But they're not. All of those companies have gone by the wayside. All of those companies are gone. They're obsolete because of the fact that they did not want to adapt to the market. The market dictates where you need to take your company. The market dictates what product we need to offer. And because of that, they're no longer here. It's the same thing with the election. That company on that side, the blue company, was not paying attention to the market and what the market wanted and what was important to the market. And so they completely got shattered by the red company, right? We were telling them all along, hey, this is what you need to do, but they just weren't listening. Hello, weren't listening. Now, it's a shambles, right? Same thing with Blockbuster, same thing with Kodak, same thing with Nokia, and the list goes on and on and on and on. Heck, it almost got us when we first started, because when I started Manufactured Home Sales Mastery, I thought it was going to be this thing. I thought this is what it's going to be, but the market was telling me, no, that's not what you need to be, and we shifted to what the market told us we needed to be, which is where we're headed. That's the direction we're in. That's what we're doing. However, I'm speaking to you, the market that was telling us no at the beginning, because you're the ones that are in danger right now. Those of you that are not willing to change, those of you that are not willing to accept the fact that we have to improve the sales culture of the industry, you are on the cusp of being another Blockbuster, of being a Nokia, of all of those companies. You're on the verge, on the cusp of being the Democratic Party of manufactured homes. And what do I mean by that? Here's what I mean by this, okay? I'm speaking to all the retailers out there. Your retailers out there, especially the independent retailers, you see what is going on right now with your business. We know that there's many of you who are no longer in business, or you can think of independents that are no longer in business. We can think of those of you that have been bought out recently by the corporate source, and looking down at the future. Okay, I'm here to tell you, I don't know what the next 5 or 10 years bring if you're not willing to change. If you're not willing to get away from the status quo of this is how we've always done it. And I'm coming to you. The message that I'm bringing to you today is one of compassion and empathy and truly caring. You're who I started this company for, because that's where I come from. I come from the retail space. I spent almost 15 years of my life in that space. And thanks to the retail side of the business, it's what motivated me to start this company, because I knew there had to be a better way to do this. And knew that the market was telling us, look, we don't like the way you treat us. We don't like the way you talk to us. We love your product. Your product is great, but you guys on the sales side over here in retail, man, we don't like it. And that's why the industry has stayed at the 9% market share. And our thought on the retail side of how I can take business from Palm, how can I take business from Cavco, how can I take business from the Clayton stores, how can I take business from these other independents? You're missing the boat. You're missing the boat. You're trying to stay the same and just going for that same red ocean that is existing. We only sell to trailer people. You have so much more opportunity out there, but you're resistant to change. And that's what's keeping you where you're at. And it's actually leading you down a path that could possibly be the demise of the independent retailer. Heck, some of the corporate retailers are struggling too. And let me explain what I mean by this, okay? Right now, here's what's going on. We already know about all the people out there who can't afford a site-built home. And you've heard me speak about them. You've heard me talk about those 22 million families can no longer buy a site-built home. They can't afford it. They can't afford the price. They can't afford the payments. And you have a huge opportunity to be able to go after them and get them and turn them into your buyers, your clients, a manufactured homeowner. However, when they show up at the retail lot and we're still trying to sell the same way we sold everybody else, they are not buying it. And all because you're resistant to change. And I'm telling you who's winning. Who's winning is the community space. They're winning. They have their struggles, but they're winning. And the reason that they're winning is all about the culture. The reason that they're winning is because of the people who are on the front line, the people that the buyer comes and meets with. They're actually people who care. They're actually people who try and help people. They may not like selling. We know that. Community managers are the first ones to tell you, I'm not a salesperson. And that's why we really are making a change within the community space and helping so many of them. And they're loving it because of the fact that they're learning some techniques, some skills that makes them more comfortable, more confident with selling. But they have the base foundation, which the foundation is of being of a servant mindset. They are there to help. We say on the retail side, we're there to solve problems. We talk about it all the time. I know I used to preach about it all the time as a general manager, as a sales manager, and a PhD. I always just say, we got to solve the problem. We got to solve the problem. Yes, there's 22 million families out there that have a problem. And we're not willing to change to be able to help them better. The people that are winning are the community space because they have a better demeanor and they have a better approach to helping people. And that's why people are buying in on that. And I'm going to tell you who's also getting in on the retail space and going to cause or going to be part of the reason why independent retailers may actually struggle even more. And this is the builder developer that's coming into the industry. The builder developer that's coming in and building out these projects using the CrossMod product or whatever product they're using that's manufactured home. They are going to take part of your market share because they come in with that same type of service mentality when it comes to sales. They're just learning how to handle the manufactured home product, but they're bringing that same mentality, the same mindset, that same service attitude and perspective to selling in these homes. And that's why they're gaining so much popularity. And that right there is the main thing that I think over the next 5 to 10 years is going to cause a big shift on the retail space of the manufactured home industry. It's going to go community and it's going to go builder developer. We'll still have retailers. I'm not saying they're going to completely go away, but there's going to be a lot less of them unless you're willing to change, unless you're willing to accept the fact that the market is telling you you need to be different. You need to change your approach. You need to change the way that you're doing things. You need to change the way you talk to people. You need to change the way that you handle your sales process. You need to change the customer buying experience. We need to set egos aside. We need to shove them out of the way. Man, I understand retail is very competitive. I understand that. Believe me, I bring that to the table when I'm talking, when I'm working with communities and when I'm working with these builder developers. I bring that to the table and I tell them, look, you got to be competitive. You got to be hyper competitive. You got to go after it. But we got to do it the right way. And that's the thing that stuck with me. That's the thing that was burning inside of me over the last couple of years that I was in retail, that we've got to be better than this. And it was like I had my hand tied behind me, because when I would bring it up to try and do things a little bit different, I got slapped around and told I was crazy and all these other things. And that's what caused me to finally say, you know what, enough's enough. I'm done. If I don't do this now, I'm not going to ever do it. And I bit the bullet, not knowing what was going to happen, not knowing what would happen, leaving a very lucrative career. My boss even told me, "Are you sure you're okay making less money, if any money at all?" That was a conversation. That's how it went. And he was right. I was scared out of my freaking mind thinking about that, because it wasn't just me. I've got a wife, I've got 3 kids still at home. But I had a strong enough belief that there is a better way, that there was a better way. And we're seeing it come to fruition. And so my message today and for all of 2025 as we're going into is there's enough business for all of you retailers out there and more. You're just refusing to take it. You're refusing to adapt to the market. You're refusing to make the changes needed to be able to serve a broader market. Why? Is it ego? Is it insecurities? Or is it just, hey man, I just don't know if it really works that way? That I can understand. That I can completely understand. If you were to stand there or be with me on a call, or we're talking and you were to say, you know what, Caesar, it's not that I'm against it. It's just, man, I'm worried. What if it doesn't work? Believe me, I get that. I worried about it too. But I'm here to tell you right now, today, it freaking works. It does work. Having that cultural change within the sales aspect of our industry, especially on the retail side, treating people better, having a better staff, better trained, better prepared, better informed. True, we call them professional housing consultants. We should help them become professional housing consultants. And that takes change. That takes learning. That takes improving. That takes mastery. That takes manufactured home sales mastery. And I'm not talking about the company. I'm talking about the actual mastery in selling manufactured homes. We'd love to be the company that helps you with that. But man, even if we're not, do it. Start to invest in bettering your culture. It's a culture change that needs to happen. When you change the culture, everything else change. When you change the culture, your team will become a team. When you change the culture, you will have better impact on the buyers that come in, especially those that are considering manufactured homes. But if we continue along the same path, retailers, if we continue along the same path of the same type of approach, when a buyer, a potential homeowner walks up on your lot, they're not going to go buy a site-built home because they can't afford it. But they are going to go to that community. They are going to go to that builder developer, and they're going to get that product because they are treating them differently, because their sales process is a professional one, because their sales process is truly about helping them. And guess what? That community and that builder developer is still making money. You're not going to lose money. You're actually going to make more money, because right now you have 9 to 10% of the market share year over year over year over year. There's at least another 15 to 20% market share you could grab by simply going after that market. But in order to go after that market, ladies and gentlemen, you have to change. The approach has to be different. Our style has to be different. It has to start with empathy, professionalism, discipline, focus, all of that. And it's not well, we'll take a class and we're good. It's going to be an ongoing process. It's going to take time to grow. It's going to take time to develop. We can bring you can go buy all the CRMs and you can buy all the AI stuff and you can do everything to your lot. It doesn't matter. You can do everything and anything that you think of. But as long as you're still handling the sales process, that interaction is still going on the same way that it's gone on up over the last 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years, because that's the way we've always done it, it's going to hurt your business, because there's other people coming into the market that are going to take it from you. They're already taking it from you. Some of you may listen to this and think, who's this ass? You know, sometimes we just got to put a little challenge out there to get that dose of reality. And I'm this message is truly one of sincerity and hope and concern and just wanting to help. But we've taken our licks, and yeah, we're only a year and a half old, a little over a year and a half old, but we've taken our licks and we've learned from it. We've seen what works and what doesn't work, and we've noticed the difference. And more than anything, ladies and gentlemen, like I said a little bit ago, I started this company for the retailer, wanting to help. And they're the first ones who turned their back on us, thinking we were crazy. There's been a couple, and one that is a huge advocate of ours, and I will always, always be indebted to this company. And we still help them to the day. You guys hear about them, see me at them, Mobile Home Masters over in Tyler, Texas. So you guys, man, y'all are part of who we are. You are the creme de la creme when it comes to retailers, because of the lack of ego, because of the fact that you understood that there's a better way to do this. You were looking for us, and we didn't even know that. And so I'm not saying every retailer is bad. I'm not saying every retailer is wrong. I'm just telling you right now, you don't know what you don't know. And so I'm letting you know it's changing. It is changing. And I don't want to see retailers miss out. We need all of you and more. And when I say we, I mean the market. We are here representing them. The reason why Manufactured Home Sales Mastery exists, yes, it's to help revolutionize the industry, to help change the sales culture. But the reason we exist is because I took that leap to do better for the people that want to buy a home, that need to buy a home from you. And so it's me speaking on their behalf and telling you, you need to do better. And if there's 30,000 retailers across the country, we need 60,000 because of the need that exists right now. But my fear is half of them won't be around over the next 5 to 10 years because they're going to phase themselves out, because they're refusing to change. They're heading for that iceberg and they're not wanting to change course just because this is the route we've always taken. And I'm not going to, we got to stop. Who am I to tell you? I'm nobody. I'm just telling you what I see. And I'm also telling you, we started this company for you. We've shifted directions simply because that's what the market told us. You're the market. You were telling us, no, you're crazy. No, this is how we've done it. No, why do we need to change? No, why do we need training? So, okay. So we shifted. And we're helping those that understand they do need training. Those that are picking up market share while you're losing it. Those that want to improve while you don't. Those that don't have ego when you do. Is this message pretty bold? Yes, it is. Am I going to catch some flack for it? Maybe. But it's more of a warning message to you of what's coming down the pipe. Yes, that manufactured home buyer market will always be there. But why would you not go for more? You're so competitive against each other. Why not be competitive to really outgain by taking on the market that needs you most? By gaining more business from the people that need you most. That new buyer that can no longer afford a site built home, that needs you just to be a little bit better. That needs you to treat them a little bit better. That needs you to just change the approach and be more in tune with what they need. I'm bringing you the issues. I'm bringing you the issues so that you can address them. I'm bringing you, it's the economy. It's the immigration. It's all the things that we were hearing in the election, and that group didn't want to pay attention to it. I'm bringing you the issues. Are you going to pay attention to them? Because the market dictates. Just like it did to us. We shifted. And we've been blessed to keep growing and moving, and we're continuing to do it. Now I'm reaching out to you again. We're here to serve you. We're here to help you. We're here to help you make that dynamic shift, that cultural revolution that's going to allow you to now step up and go after an untapped market that most retailers either are too afraid to go after, don't really have an understanding of how to get them, or really have no interest in even trying to get them. And all three of them are wrong. All three of those reasons are bad reasons. It's time to change. Growth requires change. And as Confucius says, only the wisest and the stupidest of men refuse to change. I've been there, made many mistakes because I didn't want to change. So I'm bringing you the message. Let's do this together. Reach out to us. Let's figure out a way to take those baby steps. Heck, reach out to Mobile Home Masters in Tyler. Ask them about the difference. Ask them about the difference of what their culture is like, what their sales are like, what their whole business is like over the last year that we've been working together. And it's taken a while. That's why I tell you, it's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to be a class and we're done. It's an investment in your future. It's an investment in you, in your people, in your company, and in your market. The market will pay you back. The market will take care of you handsomely for investing in change. And we will make sure of it. That's what we're here for. So I hope to hear from you guys soon, and hope that you will continue to grow, continue to do great things. Let's take that next step together. I'm telling you right now, community people, they got it. Builder developers, they've got it. Retailers, man, let's go. It's time to go. Put the ego aside and let's take that first step. Let's work at empowering your sales teams to go to another level, to truly become professional housing consultants. Because the majority of them are sales guys. And that's why the market's not responding. They need you. The market does. We're here to be that sales agent for you, or change agent for you. We'll do it together. But it takes you wanting to. You guys have a great Wednesday, man. All right. Don't forget, we just had our 2025 Path to Mastery. We're going to put out a special message on for those of you that did not get to attend. We've got a mastermind that we started with that group that attended. We started the Path to Mastery Collective. It's going to be meeting once a month, the second Wednesday of every month at 7 p.m. And we're going to help that group continue to grow, build on their goals, bringing more speakers. We are bringing things to the industry that are for the frontline folks, the sales consultants, housing consultants, the community managers. We're bringing these things to you because you deserve it, you need it, and you should have it. Just like this mastermind. All right. So you'll have some information on it soon. Hopefully you'll join us and you'll be a part of the movement with us. It's time for a cultural revolution, but it starts with a learning revolution. And that learning starts here at Manufactured Home Sales Mastery. You guys have a great Wednesday. We'll be talking soon. And as always, I can't wait to meet you.